Step into the ring in this week's Prime versus Prime. We're comparing a defensive wizard, perhaps the greatest pure boxer to ever lace them up, against the Golden Boy, a man whose resume is a murder's row of legends. To make this a fair fight, we are looking at their definitive 10-year peaks. Pernell Whitaker, 1987 to 1997, the Sweet Pea Prime. Oscar De La Hoya, 1994 to 2004, the Golden Decade. The tale of the tape. For this 10-year peak comparison, Pernell had the better record during his decade. The two are almost even on title, bout wins, and weight class titles. Oscar has more top 10 wins and a better knockout percentage. Round 1. Longevity in prime and resilience. Whitaker was virtually untouchable for a decade. His only loss in this window was a highly controversial decision to Oscar himself at the very end of the period in 1997, and his draw with Julio Cesar Chavez is widely considered one of the greatest robberies in boxing history. De La Hoya, while more active in mega fights, suffered definitive losses to Trinidad and twice to Mosley within his peak window. Edge, Whitaker. Round 2. Strength of schedule and versatility. This is where Oscar shines. De La Hoya didn't just fight contenders, he fought icons. In this 10-year span, he faced Chavez twice, Whitaker, Corte, Trinidad, Mosley twice, Vargas, and Hopkins. While Whitaker beat Hall of Famers like Azuma Nelson and Buddy McGirt, Oscar sought out the most dangerous stylistic matchups in every division he entered. Edge, De La Hoya. Round 3. Finishing ability and big game presence. Whitaker was a master of the hit and don't get hit philosophy, but he rarely closed the show. De La Hoya possessed a devastating left hook that translated across 5 weight classes during this period. When the lights were brightest, Oscar's ability to hurt opponents gave him a dimension Whitaker lacked. Edge, De La Hoya. This is the classic debate, technical perfection versus resume depth. Pernell Whitaker was arguably the better boxer in a vacuum. If you want a man to not get hit for 12 rounds, you pick Sweet Pea. However, our framework prioritizes strength of schedule and versatility. Oscar De La Hoya moved through weight classes like a wrecking ball, taking on every pound-for-pound king available. While Whitaker's defensive metrics are superior, De La Hoya's 10-year peak involved a higher volume of elite-level competition and more definitive finishes in big-game moments. By a narrow margin, largely fueled by his willingness to take and often win the harder fights across more divisions, the Golden Boy takes the scorecard. Winner, Oscar De La Hoya.